Election Act 2017 Important MCQs 2021. 1. Who is authorized to prescribe the list of election symbols for allocation to political parties and candidates? A. Election Commission of Pakistan. B. Head of political parties. C. Government of Pakistan. D. Provincial governments. 2. According to the Election Act, 2017, nomination papers for reserved seat are scrutinized in the same manner as are for general seats? A. Yes. B. No. 3. Row is responsible to submit the list of presiding officers, assistant presiding officers and polling offices to draw days before the polling day. A. 15. B. 30. C. 90. 4. The Delimitation Authority will decide the objections. A. Within 30 days from the date of delimitation of constituencies by the Delimitation Committee. B. Within 15 days from the date of delimitation of constituencies by the Delimitation Committee. C. Within 7 days from the date of delimitation of constituencies by the Delimitation Committee. 5. Any change amendment to the political shall be communicated to the Election Commission within, in how many days, any change in the constitution of a political party shall be communicated to the Election Commission? A. 15 days of the amendment. B. 30 days of the amendment. C. 7 days of the amendment. 6. How many days are given to the public for lodging claims and objections on electoral rolls? A. At least 30 days after the date of the publication of the preliminary electoral rolls. B. Within a period of 90 days after the date of the publication of the preliminary electoral rolls. C. Till election date. 7. The use of loudspeaker is prohibited for canvassing except at A. Election meetings. B. Processions. C. Rallies. 8. What is the constituency of women elected on reserved seats in the National Assembly? A. Whole province. B. Whole country. C. Whole district. D. Whole division. How long shall the polling continue on the polling day? A. At least 8 hours. B. More than 12 hours. C. 8 hours. D. Above. 10. Act may give the international and domestic observers the access to A. Polling station. B. Counting of votes. C. Consolidation of results. D. All above. 11. The Election Tribunal shall declare the election to be void as a whole if the result of the election was materially affected by A. The failure to comply with the provisions of Election Act 2017 or the B. The prevalence of extensive corrupt or illegal practices at the election. C. Both and B. 12. Who is responsible to ensure the secrecy of the ballot at a polling station? A. Commissioner. B. Returning officer. C. Presiding officer. 13. If a person tries to canvass, solicit or persuade voters within a radius of on the polling day, he is guilty of canvassing in or near a polling station. A. 200 meters. B. 400 meters. C. 600 meters. 14. The Election Commission is authorized to acquire data for voter registration. ANADRA. B. National Assembly. C. Pakistan Bureau of Statistics. 15. What can be the possible reasons or grounds for dissolution of a political party? A. Foreign-aided political party. B. Operating in a manner prejudicial to the sovereignty or integrity of Pakistan. C. Indulging in terrorism. D. All of the above. 16. The Act may give the international and domestic observers the access to A. Polling station. B. Counting votes. C. Consolidation of result. D. All above. 17. Act shall set up the election tribunals comprising of for hearing and disposing of petitions related to elections of Senate, National Assembly and Provincial Assemblies.
Judge. 18. A political party shall apply to the Election Commission for its enlistment. A. Within 15 days of its formation. B. Within 30 days of its formation. C. Within 7 days of its formation. 19. Who is eligible to obtain an election symbol? A. A political party duly enlisted with ECP. B. A combination political parties each of whom is duly enlisted with ECP. C. A political party enlist in NADRA. D. Both A and B. 20. The total number of seats in the provincial assemblies is provided in A. Elections Act 2017. B. Article 106, 1, of Constitution of Pakistan. C. Representation of Peoples Act 1976. D. None of these. 21. The election expenses of a candidate contesting for a provincial assembly seat should not exceed A. 1,500,000 rupees. B. 4 million rupees. C. 2 million rupees. 22. The voters may file objections against delimitation of constituencies to Delimitation Authority. A. Within 15 days of the delimitation of constituencies. B. Within 30 days of the delimitation of constituencies. C. Within 7 days of the delimitation of constituencies. 23. The electoral rolls are locked for any revision or change days prior to the general election or local government elections. A. 30. B. 60. C. 90. 24. The appeal against a decision of an election tribunal can be made within days of the date of decision. A. 30. B. 45. C. 60. 25. The ECP will make announcement about dates for local government elections. A. In consultation with federal or provincial governments. B. On its own. C. In consultation with Supreme Court. D. None of above. 26. Under the directions of a police officer can arrest a person without warrants who is committing personation. A. Returning officer. B. Presiding officer. C. Polling officer. 27. The Commission shall provide a list of proposed polling stations to returning officers within days of their appointment. A7. B3. C5. 28. The Elections Act 2017 sets the limit for variation in the population of constituencies at A. 5%, B. 10%, C. 15%. 29. What would be the procedure for allotting symbol to a candidate of a political party in by-elections? A. Same symbol as in previous general elections. B. New symbol for by-election. C. Both A and B. D. None of the above. 30. The ECP is required to publish gender disaggregated data of registered voters in each constituency. A. Biannually, B. Quarterly, C. Annually.